Hello everyone, and thank you for visiting our channel. Today, we'll be delving into the lives of talented actors who left us too soon, often without us even realizing it. From Hollywood icons to rising stars, these individuals made significant contributions to the world of entertainment before their untimely passing. Before we begin, we ask for your support. If this video or their legacy has touched your life, please like it as a sign of respect. Thank you. Now let's begin.
Of various generations, and so I think it'll be of great interest. And
Renee Victor was a radiant American actress and voice artist, born on July 25, 1938, in San Antonio, Texas. Her early career blossomed in music, performing alongside her husband as the duo Ray and Renee, hailed as the Latin Sonny and Cher in the 1960s. But it was her transformation into a character actress in her later years that captured hearts, culminating in her unforgettable performance as Abuelita in Pixar's Oscar-winning Coco, and as the loyal and sharp-tongued Lupita in Showtime's Weeds. Victor's journey was marked by quiet strength and creative reinvention. She transitioned from singer to activist host of KTLA's Pacesetters, advocating for Chicano voices, and then into acting roles across film and television. Her career flourished well into her 80s, with appearances in Dead to Me, Snowpiercer, and With Love. In 2024, she was honored with a Lifetime Achievement Award, recognizing decades of cultural contribution. Tragically, Renee Victor passed away on May 30, 2025, at the age of 86, after a brave battle with lymphoma. She died peacefully at her Sherman Oaks home, surrounded by family. Her net worth, estimated at $2 million, reflects a lifetime of dedication. Her legacy remains a beacon of resilience, representation, and artistic grace that continues to inspire.
To have worked with you, and I'm very, very proud.
Loretta Swit was a gifted American actress born in 1937 in Passaic, New Jersey. Best known for her groundbreaking role as Major Margaret Hot Lips Houlihan on the acclaimed TV series Mass H., Swit brought both humor and humanity to a character that began as a one-dimensional stereotype. Over 11 seasons and nearly every episode of the show, she reshaped the role into a symbol of strength, compassion, and feminine dignity, earning 10 Emmy nominations and 2 wins in the process. Her artistic journey was defined by reinvention. In an era when women were expected to follow traditional paths, Swit stood firmly in her independence. She once said, "I have a career and friends and things I care about doing, choosing authenticity over expectation." Her resilience on and off screen helped pave the way for complex female roles in television. Tragically, Loretta Swit passed away in May 2025 at the age of 87 from suspected natural causes at her home in New York City. She left behind not only a powerful cultural legacy, but also a lifetime of work across film, stage, and television. At the time of her passing, her estimated net worth was $4 million, reflecting decades of devotion to her craft. Swit's life remains a beacon of courage, grace, and timeless artistry.
Jordan's lipstick on your collar. Oh.
Valerie Mahaffey was a quietly radiant American actress born in 1953. Raised across continents, from Indonesia to Nigeria and Texas, she brought a global depth to every role she touched. Mahaffey built a 5-decade career defined not by headlines, but by heart. She gained national recognition with her Emmy-winning performance as Eve in the television series Northern Exposure, and was later beloved for her roles in Desperate Housewives, Young Sheldon, and Dead to Me. She began on Broadway before transitioning into television and film, appearing in Seabiscuit, Sully, and the acclaimed French Exit, which earned her an Independent Spirit Award nomination late in her career. Her journey was one of steady transformation, choosing substance over fame and embracing characters that reflected humanity's humor, flaws, and tenderness. Tragically, Valerie Mahaffey passed away on May 30th, 2025, at the age of 71, after a courageous battle with cancer. She died in Los Angeles, surrounded by her family. Her husband, actor Joseph Kell, called her the love of his life. Her daughter Alice remembered her as the joy in all life's beautiful moments. At the time of her passing, Mahaffey's net worth was estimated at $1 million, a testament to a life of enduring work and quiet excellence. Her legacy lives on in the stories she helped tell and the grace with which she lived. Devin Harjes was a passionate American actor born on July 29, 1983, in Lubbock, Texas. His life began on horseback. Just 3 days after his birth, his father carried him and his sister across open fields, a poetic beginning that foreshadowed a life of fearless creativity. Harjes later brought that same spirit to the screen, earning recognition as Jack Dempsey in the HBO series Boardwalk Empire and as Pete Baylor in Manifest. He first honed his craft in theater productions in Texas and New York City before stepping into television, where he left his mark with roles in Blue Bloods, Gotham, Orange is the New Black, and Daredevil. Away from the spotlight, Harjes was a student of martial arts and a devoted gym-goer, embracing both discipline and humor in his daily life. On May 27, 2025, Devin Harjes passed away at the age of 41 after complications from cancer. He died at Mount Sinai West Hospital in New York City. Though his time was short, his presence was deeply felt. He is survived by his parents, sister, and his cat, Maud. Devin's legacy endures through the characters he embodied and the fierce light he brought to every role.
We went into the studio to listen to the lines being recorded, and
Alf Clausen was a revered American composer born in Minneapolis in 1941 and raised in Jamestown, North Dakota. He found his musical voice early, taking a big band composition course from Berklee College of Music before becoming the school's first French horn player. After moving to Los Angeles, Clausen built a career as a versatile arranger and composer, contributing to shows like The Mary Tyler Moore Hour and Moonlighting, where he earned 6 Emmy nominations. His defining chapter began in 1990, when he became the lead composer for The Simpsons. Over 27 seasons and more than 500 episodes, Clausen created a symphonic soundscape that blended jazz, Broadway, and comedy in unforgettable ways. He earned 21 Emmy nominations for his work on the show and won twice for original songs that combined satire with surprising emotional depth. On May 29, 2025, Clausen passed away at the age of 84 at his home in Los Angeles after living with progressive supranuclear palsy for 8 years. He had also been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease later in life. Though financial details were not disclosed, Clausen's legacy is measured in melody, not money. Remembered as a creative force who treated animation like high art, Alf Clausen leaves behind a musical legacy that defined a generation of television and brought heart to satire. His music lives on in every note that still makes us smile.
Don't ever say goodbye. I love you.
Rick Derringer was a legendary American guitarist, singer, and producer born on August 5, 1947, in Fort Recovery, Ohio. He rose to stardom at just 17 with the chart-topping hit Hang On Sloopy as frontman of the McCoys. In 1973, he cemented his place in rock history with the explosive solo anthem Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo, a track that became a rite of passage for aspiring guitarists and a staple of classic rock radio. Over a career that spanned 6 decades, Derringer collaborated with some of music's most iconic names, including Johnny and Edgar Winter, Steely Dan, Todd Rundgren, and Weird Al Yankovic. He brought fire to stage performances, nuance to studio sessions, and even helped shape parody music with his early production work for Yankovic, earning 2 Grammy Awards along the way. Rick Derringer passed away on May 26, 2025, at the age of 77. His death was confirmed by his family. At the time of his passing, his estimated net worth was $500,000, reflecting a life built on artistic contribution rather than commercial excess. From teen prodigy to rock icon, Derringer's journey was one of bold reinvention and enduring passion. His music, spirit, and guitar riffs live on in the hearts of fans across generations.
You filthy slut! Did you with me?
Ed Gale was a distinctive American actor and stuntman born in 1963, best remembered for bringing to life 2 of Hollywood's most iconic characters, Howard the Duck and the sinister doll Chucky. Born with dwarfism and standing just 3 feet 4 inches tall, Gale transformed W. He found fame in the 1980s, starring in Child's Play and its sequels, and appearing in cult classics like Howard the Duck, Spaceballs, and The Little Rascals. Throughout his career, he acted in over 130 films. Television Ed Gale passed away in May 2025 at the age of 61. His death was confirmed by his representative, Angela Strange. While no official cause was given, his family and fans mourn the loss of a one-of-a-kind entertainer. Though his estimated net worth remains unknown, his impact on screen remains undeniable. Despite personal controversy late in life, Gale's body of work reflects a man who, against many odds, found his place in the spotlight and brought joy and chills to millions.
What they said was in one of their songs, if you have nothing to believe in, what you do is you take it to the...
Phil Robertson was a beloved American television personality, entrepreneur, and devout Christian, born on April 24, 1946, in Vivian, Louisiana. Best known as the patriarch of the Robertson family on the hit A&E reality series Duck Dynasty, Phil captured the hearts of millions with his rugged charm, unwavering faith, and dedication to family. He first made headlines not on screen but on the football field, famously starting ahead of NFL legend Terry Bradshaw at Louisiana Tech, before walking away from sports to pursue a life built around faith and nature. In 1972, he founded Duck Commander, turning a homemade duck call into a multi-million-dollar enterprise. His show, which ran from 2012 to 2017, celebrated traditional American values and brought a message of redemption and resilience to homes across the country. Tragically, Phil Robertson passed away on May 25, 2025, at the age of 79. His death followed a prolonged battle with Alzheimer's disease, compounded by other health complications, including a blood disorder and back fractures. His passing was confirmed by his daughter-in-law, Corey Robertson, in an emotional tribute on Instagram. Phil leaves behind a legacy of spiritual conviction and entrepreneurial success, with an estimated net worth of $10 million. More than wealth, he leaves a blueprint of how quiet strength and steadfast belief can transform a humble life into an unforgettable journey of impact.
Some people spend their whole lives in a bar. Just yesterday, some guy sat right here next to me for 11 hours.
George Wendt was a beloved American actor and comedian born on October 17, 1948, in Chicago, Illinois. He began his career in the vibrant world of improv comedy, honing his craft at the legendary Second City. Wendt rose to fame portraying the unforgettable Norm Peterson on NBC's iconic sitcom Cheers, a role that would define his career and earn him 6 consecutive Emmy nominations. With his warm presence and impeccable timing, Wendt appeared in all 275 episodes over 11 seasons, creating a character who felt more like family than fiction. Tragically, Wendt passed away peacefully in his sleep at home on May 20, 2025, at the age of 76. His death was confirmed by a family representative who remembered him as a devoted husband, loving father, and cherished friend. Though his own sitcom, The George Wendt Show, was short-lived, he continued to bring laughter and heart to countless roles across television, film, and Broadway. His influence extended beyond the screen. His nephew, Jason Sudeikis of Ted Lasso, carries on the family's comedic legacy. George Wendt leaves behind a wife of 46 years, Bernadette Burkett, their children and stepchildren, and generations of fans who still smile at the mention of Norm. His legacy lives on through laughter, warmth, and the enduring power of character. Michael McStay was a distinguished British actor and writer, born on January 31, 1933, in West Ham, Essex. Over a career spanning 6 decades, he became a familiar face on television screens across the UK, celebrated for roles in Doctor Who, Coronation Street, and The Avengers. His early success came as Sergeant Perryman in No Hiding Place, appearing in more than 80 episodes. In 1976, he played the ill-fated Derek Moberly in Doctor Who, a brief role that earned him lasting affection from fans. Tragically, McStay passed away peacefully in his sleep on May 11, 2025, at the age of 92, following a warm lunch shared with his children. His death, caused by heart failure, was announced by a family spokesperson who described him as a man of great talent and devotion. Beyond acting, McStay was a gifted playwright, contributing to BBC Radio 4 and scripting the ITV comedy Pull the Other One. He often spoke of the challenges of sustaining a long career in entertainment, citing passion and resilience as his guiding lights. McStay is survived by his wife of 58 years, actress Jennifer Clulow, and their 2 sons. At the time of his death, his net worth was estimated at $1 to $2 million. He leaves behind a legacy of artistic excellence, quiet perseverance, and heartfelt connection with audiences.
Well, I'm still waiting to be born. No, I'm a little kidding there.
James McEachin was a gifted American actor, author, and decorated war veteran born on May 20, 1930, in Rennert, North Carolina. After serving in the Korean War, where he was severely wounded and later awarded the Silver Star and Purple Heart, McEachin transitioned into civilian life with unrelenting courage. He began as a firefighter and police officer before making a remarkable leap into the world of entertainment, first as a music producer for Otis Redding, and then as an actor. He rose to prominence playing Lieutenant Ed Brock in 18 Perry Mason telefilms, and starred in the groundbreaking 1970s series Tenafly, becoming one of the few black actors to lead a network detective show at the time. He also appeared in 4 films with Clint Eastwood and became a familiar face on shows like Matlock, Columbo, and Murder, She Wrote. Tragically, McEachin passed away on January 11, 2025, at the age of 94. His death was quietly mourned until a public announcement in May confirmed his interment at the Los Angeles National Cemetery. McEachin's later years were devoted to honoring fellow veterans through public speaking, books, and his acclaimed one-man play, Above the Call, Beyond the Duty. Though exact figures are unknown, he left behind a meaningful legacy spanning arts, service, and storytelling, a life lived with purpose, pride, and quiet heroism.
He said, "Wink, look at you. Look at your career. Look how well you've done. Look how successful."
Wink Martindale was a beloved American game show host and radio personality, born on December 4, 1933, in Jackson, Tennessee. His journey into broadcasting began at just 17, earning $25 a week as a DJ at a small local station. That modest beginning sparked a remarkable 74-year career that would span radio, television, and music. Known for his signature voice and affable presence, Martindale hosted more than 20 game shows, including the enduring favorites Tic-Tac-Dough, Gambit, and High Rollers, making him one of television's most recognizable figures. In a quiet farewell, Martindale passed away on April 15, 2025, at his home in Rancho Mirage, California, at the age of 91. His death was confirmed by a family publicist. Beyond television, he made waves in music with his 1959 hit Deck of Cards, which sold over 1 million copies and earned him a guest spot on The Ed Sullivan Show. From helping Elvis Presley land his first radio interview to becoming a household name in American homes, Martindale's story was one of resilience and reinvention. He is survived by his wife Sandy, daughters Lisa, Lynn, and Laura, and leaves behind an estimated net worth of $20 million, a legacy shaped by charm, vision, and decades of entertainment.
Muže, jehož jméno znělo.
Jiří Bartoška was a celebrated Czech actor and cultural leader, born on March 24, 1947, in Děčín, Czechoslovakia. A graduate of the Janáček Academy of Performing Arts, Bartoška first made his mark on stage with acclaimed Czech theater companies before transitioning to film and television. Over the course of his career, he appeared in nearly 70 films and became one of the most respected figures in Central European cinema. Bartoška rose to national acclaim with his performance in All My Loved Ones, for which he received the Czech Lion Award in 1999. He was honored again in 2016 with a Lifetime Achievement Award for his outstanding contribution to the Czech film industry. On May 8, 2025, Bartoška passed away at the age of 78, leaving behind a rich legacy of artistic achievement. Though the cause of death was not disclosed, his loss was confirmed by the Karlovy Vary International Film Festival, where he served as president since 1994. Under his visionary leadership, the festival was transformed into a globally respected cultural event. Beyond the screen, Bartoška was a symbol of resilience and reinvention, remaining active in theater and public life into his later years. He is remembered as a quiet force of Czech artistry, a guiding light whose legacy will endure across generations.
I was working in New York for a theatrical agency, and
Jay Cantor was a legendary Hollywood talent agent, producer, and executive, born on December 12, 1926, in Chicago. After losing his father at a young age, he moved to Los Angeles with his mother and began a storied journey through the entertainment industry. Starting in the mailroom at MCA, he quickly rose through the ranks under the mentorship of Lew Wasserman, eventually representing icons like Marlon Brando, Marilyn Monroe, Grace Kelly, and Paul Newman. Cantor's life took a cinematic turn when he became the real-life inspiration for Jack Lemmon's character in Billy Wilder's Oscar-winning film, The Apartment. His sharp instincts and quiet charm helped shape some of the most influential careers in film history. He later produced acclaimed films such as X, Y, and Z and worked alongside Alan Ladd Jr. at studios like Fox and MGM, playing a behind-the-scenes role in greenlighting classics like Blade Runner and Chariots of Fire. Cantor passed away peacefully at his home in Beverly Hills on August 6, 2024, at the age of 97. His death was confirmed by a spokesperson for Independent Artist Group. In later years, he remained a pillar of Hollywood tradition, hosting weekly lunches with industry legends. Survived by his children and grandchildren, he leaves behind a legacy not just of cinematic brilliance, but of loyalty, vision, and a lifelong passion for the art of storytelling.
And is climbing that ladder in the Communist Party all the way to the top until he becomes president.
Breaking news. The final comeback. How Arnold Schwarzenegger defied death and left a $750 million legacy. He wasn't just muscle. He was momentum. He wasn't just the Terminator. He was a teacher. And now, as the world looks back on his towering legacy, we ask, what made Arnold Schwarzenegger an icon not just in cinema but in life itself? If you ever watched Terminator with your grandkids or picked up a dumbbell because of pumping iron, leave a comment and tell us what Arnold meant to you. Born on July 30th, 1947, in the post-war shadows of Thal, Austria, Arnold Alois Schwarzenegger grew up in a stone-roofed home with no plumbing, no heating, and often no comfort. His father, Gustav, ruled with military discipline. His mother, Aurelia, gave him folk songs and quiet strength. But Arnold, even as a boy, was fueled by something rare: vision. At 10, he taped bodybuilding magazine cutouts to the ceiling above his bed. At 15, he trained in secret before school, scribbling every rep in a battered notebook. By 18, he had won the Austrian Junior Powerlifting Championship. A year later, he went AWOL from the army to compete in and win the 1965 Mr. Europe contest. Military detention only hardened his resolve. He moved to Munich, lived on canned fish, studied English from old philosophy books, and trained 6 hours a day. In 1967, he won his first Mr. Universe title. By 1970, at just 23, he had become Mr. Olympia. But his eyes were already set on Hollywood. His breakout came in 1982 as Conan the Barbarian, where his silence spoke louder than dialogue. But it was The Terminator in 1984 that immortalized him. With just 17 lines of dialogue, he created one of cinema's most chilling, unforgettable villains. "I'll be back," he said. And he always was. Box office hits followed like an avalanche. Commando, Predator, Kindergarten Cop, True Lies. He could crush an alien and crack a joke in the same breath. By the 90s, Arnold had redefined what action heroes could be: brutal, funny, human. Off-screen, he built an empire. Every bodybuilding win, every film check, he funneled into real estate. By the late 90s, he wasn't just a superstar, he was worth over $100 million with full financial independence. But even titans crack. At 49, doctors discovered a congenital heart defect. In 1997, he underwent open-heart surgery to replace his aortic valve. The surgery lasted 8 hours. When he returned to the red carpet weeks later, smiling in a tuxedo, no one knew what he had survived. He would return twice more for emergency heart procedures in 2018 and 2020. Each time, he emerged with the same quiet promise: "I'm back." In 2001, a motorcycle crash shattered 6 ribs. In 2006, he snapped his femur skiing. In 2024, a gym accident fractured a vertebra. Still, he trained. Still, he smiled. Still, he showed up. Behind the strength was a man shaped by pain. He lost his brother Meinhard in a drunk driving crash. His father died of a stroke in 1972. His mother, the soul of his childhood, passed in 1998. In 2019, his best friend Franco Columbu drowned. Arnold never broadcast his grief. He turned it into legacy, endowing scholarships, founding the Columbu Strongman Classic, and funding research in their names. And when California faced crisis, he stepped into history once more. In 2003, Arnold became the 38th governor of California. He tackled budget shortfalls, passed the first state-level emissions cap in America, and cycled to work at 4:30 a.m. He governed like he trained, early, intensely, without excuses. When his term ended, he founded the USC Schwarzenegger Institute, bringing together Olympians, scientists, and policy thinkers to solve real problems. His message was always clear: muscles fade, impact endures. Even now, at 77, Arnold lives by that creed. He wakes at dawn in Brentwood, rides his e-bike with his rescue dog Cherry and his donkey Lulu in tow. He eats oatmeal with blueberries and chia, journals gratitude, and trains with perfect form, protecting the 3 heart valve surgeries and titanium-reinforced limbs that carried his legacy. His net worth in 2025 is estimated at $750 million. He owns extensive real estate across Southern California. He is still active, producing new projects, including an animated kids series about wellness and a biopic about plant-powered strongman Patrick Baboumian. His 2023 memoir, Be Useful, became a global bestseller in 8 languages. But his greatest flex has always been his heart. After his split from Maria Shriver in 2011, he rebuilt trust with their children. Weekly dinners, FaceTime calls, grandchildren visits. He never stopped being dad. And today, he is not just celebrated, he is cherished. Whether you remember him as Conan, the T-800, the Governator, or simply Arnold, he showed us what it means to transform, to persevere, and to serve. If this story inspired you, if Arnold ever gave you courage, subscribe to our channel. Because legends may leave the screen, but their impact stays, rep by rep, generation by generation.